You're watching CalTv.
Good afternoon and welcome to CalTv. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jim Caselli. On today's show, we have some Cal Learning Center updates. The FLC has 2 videos for us. SCO's Jay Singh will be here with some SARD updates, and Fiscal's James Anderson has some exciting VILT news. And if you're scratching your head over that one, that's Virtual Instructor Led Training. Let's get started with some new and updated training content that's recently been added to the Cal Learning Center. Job aids and materials. Cal 189, project costing analysis types, descriptions. Cal 205, add a supplier record. Cal 238, issuing corrected new 1099, and Cal 417, run the 1099 reportable payments report have all been updated. Cal 568, INFAR 045, AR item attachment upload is new. Online classes. AM, copying an existing asset. AP, viewing voucher status and summary. AR, correcting a pending item, inactive customer. GL, correcting budget-related journal errors. GL, creating and maintaining speed types. And PO, approving a procurement contract, have all been updated. You can find all of this information in an email that was sent out on Friday, February 6th. You can also log into the Cal Learning Center at the address on your screen and click on the See What's New tile to see the list of updated information. Link and login information. The FLC is limited to authorized users. Please log in using your Cal credentials. You can access the Cal Learning Center at the address on your screen. If you have any questions, please contact the Cal Client Training section at Cal Learning Center at fiscal.ca.gov. The FLC has 2 videos for us this month. Here's number 1.
Heads up, Cal users. Get excited because the Cal Learning Center's event calendar is ready for registrations. Get ready to mark your calendars. That's right, virtual instructor-led trainings and flipped classroom Q&A sessions are now open for enrollment. To register for a session or sign up for a course, log into the Cal Learning Center. You can access the events calendar or browse training. In addition to our virtual instructor-led trainings, we offer flipped classroom curriculums. Flipped classrooms are self-paced, fully online versions of all the content you can find in VILTs. But you can do them in your own time and at a pace that works for you. The FLC offers a number of flipped classroom courses, including AP 1003 Voucher Processing and PO 1001 Requisition Functionality, and more. Make sure to follow your department's training policy prior to registering for a class. Once approved, you'll get a confirmation email with everything you need to know to access your training. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Spots are limited, and you don't want to miss this awesomeness. If you have any questions, please submit a ticket to the Cal Service Center.
Now it's time for some SARD updates with Jay Singh. Jay, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jim. I'm excited to share that in July 2026, the State Controller's Office will migrate the state's accounting book of record from its legacy mainframe system to Fiscal. Once complete, Fiscal will be the state's single authoritative accounting system. As this transition will affect both fiscal and non-fiscal departments, I want to take a minute to discuss why this is important. The accounting book of record is California's official system of record that captures, maintains, and reports the state's financial transaction, balances, and accounting information. The book of record is held in accordance with all statewide accounting policies, laws, and financial reporting standards. As such, it is relied upon as the go-to source for statewide financial reporting and audit purposes. Given the significance of moving the book of record to Fiscal, we have been preparing for some time. Over the past several years, SCO has collaborated with partner agencies including Department of Finance and Department of Fiscal to lead the statewide transition. We have operated parallel systems to evaluate and integrate accounting processes into Fiscal and to ensure the integrity of statewide financial operations. At a big picture level, moving the accounting book of record from legacy to Fiscal is a major milestone. We are delivering on Controller Cohen's priority effort to modernize the state's financial infrastructure. This is a significant change, especially for departments that currently rely on SCO's legacy system and TRIS for transaction approval. Our goal is to begin the implementation and department readiness period in the coming months. SCO will work closely with our partners to support departments throughout the transition and ensure operational readiness. We encourage all departments' accounting teams to sign up for information alerts from both the State Accounting and Reporting Division and Fiscal to ensure you have information as it is provided and the support you will need. So stay tuned for more information from us on the next steps. In the meantime, the State Controller and her leadership team are grateful for your ongoing partnership in moving California forward through fiscal oversight and transparency. I have one last update to share. As we're well into the last half of the fiscal year, in the coming months, SCO will provide its year-end procedures memo to all departments. This document details what we need to close the state's accounting books by June 30th. Will include cutoff deadlines for transactions for non-fiscal departments, detailed information on how to handle claim schedules, fiscal vouchers, journal vouchers, reverting appropriations, June expenditures, and more. We look forward to working with departments on this important task each year. Be on the lookout for year-end procedures memo in early spring. With that, I'll send it back to you, Jim.
Jay, as always, thanks for being with us and thanks for the great information. Now it's time for Fiscal's James Anderson.
Hey Jim, thanks for having me today, and thank you to the end user for tuning in today. I'm James Anderson. I'm a video developer with the Client Training section. I've worked for Fiscal since 2014. We do indeed have some exciting things coming. We are working on making some changes to the way we conduct our virtual instructor-led trainings, otherwise known as VILTs.
James, that sounds great. Before you dive into the changes that are coming, can you talk about what VILTs are for those users who might not know about them?
Sure, Jim. VILTs are live training sessions presented to end users to help them learn about various functionalities in the Fiscal system. The classes are presented by subject matter experts and include lectures, live demonstrations, and are an opportunity for users to ask process-related questions. We offer these live trainings each month, and end users are able to register for these live training sessions through the FLC. These VILTs are great for both new and existing users of the Fiscal system.
That sounds like some great training to help users learn about the system.
It definitely is. We have been offering these VILTs for about 5 years now and are excited to move in a slightly different direction with how we present these trainings and expand on our catalog of classes. I have sat in on a few of these new versions, and I think the direction we are headed will benefit the learning environment for the end user.
James, I'm intrigued. Can you tell me more about what changes are coming?
Absolutely. Our current VILT format usually run almost a full day, jam-packed with a ton of information. Some classes may even extend to 1.5 to 2 days. Now, understandably, the length of the classes can be a bit daunting. While much of the feedback we have received on our classes are generally very positive, there have been some areas where we could improve, such as the length of the classes and adding more classes to cover other topics.
I think it's really important that you guys are taking the time to look at the feedback from end users and make changes based on that. It's pretty awesome.
Yes, we value the feedback we receive and want to make the best use of their time when attending these live trainings. So, later this year, we're shortening the VILTs to about 2 to 3 hours. This is to provide more focused, specific topics instead of cramming as much information into one day as possible.
Wow, 2 to 3 hours, that is significantly shorter, and that's great. But tell us, why the change and how will this help our end users?
Shortening the classes will ensure that we are not taking up too much of their workday. Additionally, to avoid information overload, the classes will be focused on specific topics, allowing users to sign up for the classes they really want to learn about. For example, if an end user wants to learn how to create a bill, they can attend the class we have specifically on billing, instead of having to sit through a longer accounts receivable class to learn that information.
More focused classes, I like it. Will the classes still be offered virtually?
Yes, we do still plan to offer the classes in a virtual format, allowing for flexibility for attendees and allowing us to serve more customers. Announcements will still be sent out via email to the end users, and registration will continue to be done through the FISCAL Learning Center.
And can you tell me more about what other changes are coming?
There are new things we're integrating into the classes as well, such as You Try It demonstrations and additional resources from the class.
Tell me more about these You Try It demonstrations. That sounds pretty interesting.
Well, Jim, you know the saying, practice makes perfect, right? We have received feedback from attendees that they want to have a chance to have more hands-on practice with some topics we cover in the classes. Later this year, we are planning to roll out You Try It demonstrations to make the classes more engaging by giving attendees an opportunity to complete demonstrations in the class. This will give them hands-on experience with completing a process and also allow them to work with an instructor or SME if they get stuck, without having to worry about breaking anything in the live production system. This can be a great way to learn how to do a process for the new FISCAL users as well.
That definitely sounds like something users would really benefit from. You mentioned that more classes are planned to be added. Can you give us some insight on what new classes we can expect?
That's a great question, Jim. We still plan to offer training on the same processes we cover now, just in shorter, more focused classes. We are also expanding to include new introductory classes. One of the things we realized is we needed some foundational classes for new users to the FISCAL system and how to find training content. We are working on developing an introduction to the FISCAL Learning Center class to help users understand how to navigate our training system. We plan to offer an introductory class on the FISCAL system itself to provide users a general understanding of FISCAL, how it works, general navigation tips and tricks, and how to submit a ticket to our FISCAL Service Center for troubleshooting errors. In addition to that, we are working on adding classes for Coupa, electronic invoicing, to help department users who are leveraging that new functionality in FISCAL.
James, that's some great information and some great new classes that are coming our way. Your team is definitely adding to the catalog.
Definitely. The success of our end users is very important to us, and we want to make sure they have access to training that helps make their jobs a little bit easier.
And that's a great mission to have. How can users stay updated on what's coming?
Monitor your inbox for announcements coming from the FISCAL Learning Center in the coming months, and be sure to tune in to CalTv as well.
Well, James, thanks for that plug. And before we go, I want to let our users know that I think in the history of CalTv, this is the first time you've been on the other side of the camera, because since the beginning of CalTv, you were on the other side.
That's right, Jim. And it's really appreciated the time to be here, to be a part of this. And it is interesting to see from the flip side of the camera. Thank you again, end users.
James, thanks again for being with us today. Before we go, here's another FLC video.
Have you checked out the FLC Introduction to Power BI curriculum recently? There have been some updates. We are always updating and adding new content, so it only makes sense for us to notify you when we do. Then you aren't left out on the latest and greatest that FisCal has to offer. Check out the newest content we've added to or updated in the FLC. If you're interested in learning more about PBI, just search for Power BI using the search bar. Click the Show More option to see an expanded view of all that the Power BI curriculum has to offer. The FLC will send out new and updated video announcements as they become available, so stay tuned for regular updates. New Power BI videos are now available in the FisCal Learning Center. Check out the new videos today. If you have any questions, we are here to help. Submit a ticket to the FSC.
Thanks to the FLC for this month's videos. Remember, you can watch them again when we post this episode of CalTv to our YouTube channel in a couple of days. And that's our show for today. I'd like to thank our special guests, Jay Singh and James Anderson, for being with us. A special thanks to the FLC for the videos they provided. And as always, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you would like to see this or any of our CalTv episodes, you can find them on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to let your colleagues know about us. And from everyone here at CalTv, thanks for joining us. We'll see you in March for our next episode of CalTv.